Hello there everyone, it is Marcothon day 12 and I did 3.1 miles in 29 minutes, 54 seconds. That is a speed of 6.2. And the interesting thing for me today is that I was not trying to push it. It did not feel like that was pushing it, but that's a pretty good 5K time for me for someone that has been this year anyway. So I really do feel like I'm getting stronger. Funny thing is that last night I went riding bikes to Greensboro. Has these Christmas balls in the Sunset Hills neighborhood, and my boo and I went on a bike ride through that neighborhood, and there's some hills, and he was asking me how my legs were feeling, and I'd say in the first half of that ride I was like, great, I don't feel a thing. By the end of it I was like, oh my god, I want to get home because I'm really feeling it in my legs. Tomorrow's gonna suck. Today did not suck that bad. My legs are tired. And so I am feeling that. I'm feeling tired. We did some yoga this morning, some good lunges. I did some core work. I'm just finding that in Marcothon, given the mileage that I'm keeping up, given that it is more mileage that I'm used to, that the yoga has been a really important piece. And I'm not doing like a power flow. I'm doing real deep stretch, slow moving, deliberate alignment-based yoga, which for those of you that might have ever experienced a class with me in the studios back when we could teach, you know that is not my style, but given the running that I'm doing, it would be very unwise of me, I think, right now to do the more power flow. But I think that the slow, deep stretch is super integral right now to keeping my body healthy and keeping the synovial fluid moving around the joints. So I am officially over 50 miles and it is only day 12. I am probably close to 52 point something, maybe 52.5, 52.6, something like that as far as mileage goes. Y'all know when I get tired I can't do math. So something like that. And I'm feeling really good. I realized yesterday after I turned off the video that I had started a story about running and hating it, and I didn't quite finish the reason why I started telling that story to begin with. So if you want to hear the story of how I hated running when I started and how long it took me to enjoy, I don't even know if that's the right word, running, then go check out yesterday's video. But the reason why I started telling that story is because I just wanted to say, like, I started with baby steps. Like when I wanted to get serious about becoming a runner, you know, like I said in the beginning, I did, I'd run around the track once and then walk around the track and then run around the track and then walk around the track. And then it would be like, okay, can I run twice around the track, right? So it started with baby steps. And at the time, I would call it a win if I was walking 3 days a week, right? So fast forward, putting in more miles, putting in more time. When I started Marcothon, I think the first Marcothon I did might have been 2016. I don't know if that's right or not, but yeah, I think December of 2016 might have been my first Marcothon. I am now in my third. I think that first year I was running enough and strong enough to do, I think I might have hit 100 miles in the month of December. So I was running most of the time the 5K amount and nothing more. I was not trying to push it. I didn't have a huge amount of base miles ahead of me on that. And then last year, oh my God, I was so sick, as I keep mentioning, that it was a lot of the minimum. So I ran every day in the month of December last year. And, you know, I'm probably more proud of that one than the first one because I didn't feel good at all. I mean, some days it would be the only thing that I did. And now my body knows that my body's healthier now, a lot healthier. And I'm there's not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for that. But I'm telling you this because it's just taken breaking down what I want. So the goals started smaller, and this year my goal is a lot bigger, but it didn't start this big. I have a foundation of running. I've got years of running behind me, and I keep telling myself this is not about speed. This is about, you know, I'm kind of seeing how many miles I can rack up for the month and still feel healthy. I don't want to come out of Marcothon and be crippled for January. I want to be able to start my January strong. So that's where I am. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm feeling. And I just am reiterating this story because wherever you are in your health journey, wherever you are in any goal, if there's a program that you want to launch and you're scared because it feels overwhelming, or if there is who knows, maybe you're trying to write a book and you're trying to remind yourself that just 15 minutes a day is better than no minutes a day. And I think what you'll find is that as you break down those projects, start working towards them in baby steps. For me, you know, like the other day, Wednesday, when I ran 7, my intention was 5 or more, right? And I just kept going. Because it felt good. And I was having a good time. And it was fun. And it was a beautiful day. And that's what happens with those little projects. Like, everything else becomes gravy. And so from a health perspective with Marcothon, I mean, what's fun is I try to knock out my run earlier in the day. And then it's like extra icing on the cake when someone's like, hey, do you want to go for a walk? Or let's go for a bike ride through the Christmas lights in Sunset Hills, or, you know, whatever it is. It makes it super fun. So those are my Marcothon nuggets for you. Do your yoga, break it down into baby steps, have a good time, and know that if you break it down into baby steps and you do more, it's extra icing on the cake. Okay, so a little woo-woo for 50 plus miles so far on day 12 of Marcothon, and hit me up with your questions.